Hi everyone, Nathan here from Mighty Lancer Games. Welcome to Sunday afternoon painting stream. I decided that I needed to get a couple of things finished up. So today we're going to do a little bit of painting, get a couple of minis finished for the end of the month. I've got this chap who's almost done. I'm going to get him finished for Trio, I believe, with the RCL. So we've got this guy. I've got these couple of wolves. They just need varnishing, and the edges of their bases painting. So therefore, one for monster and one for a duo for RCL as well. And then I've also got Batman, Batman, who's similarly virtually there. I just need to do something with his lips because I think they're a bit too pink, and do the edge of his base and what have you. So him, and then we've also got these guys are just ready for the edges of their bases. Apologies about the noise you might be able to hear in the background. That is Gizmo destroying the cardboard box. So I've got these orcs, these 5 orcs, and I'm going to get those just edged on the bases, and then they're ready to submit for my contribution to the Mighty Lancer Discord group, large group thing for the RCL. Hydrate! Wicked D's working on her orc slicer as well. And then, what else am I going to be working on is this guy, Flynn, the cat ranger from Northumbrian Tin Soldier. I'm going to try and get finished before the end of the month for Goblin Inspiration. And then, if I get any more chance to squeeze anything else in, I'm also going to try and get this guy done for Winged Fury for the RCL. But we'll see. He's not quite so important because I haven't actually started him yet. Properly. So how is everyone? Hope you're all having a great Sunday. I've had a very lazy Sunday. Spent at least half of it asleep so far. But we have been out for a walk, haven't we, darling? So it's not too bad. So Gizmo's destroying some boxes somewhere behind us. Little Miss is doing a little bit of painting the other side of this screen, and Mrs. MLG is doing some more amazing diamond work on my Harlequins.
Jeez.
Gizmo's having lots of fun destroying cardboard boxes. So we'll make a start on just putting a bit of black on the edges of these bases. I need to give the ranger a little chance to dry, so I'm going to get these other bits mopped up first, and then we'll work onto the ranger, because I did just put an ink wash all over him just a few minutes before the stream, so hopefully he'll get dried out soon. What's everyone working on today? We know what Wicked D's working on. What's everybody else on with? Doing some painting, chilling out on a Sunday. Yeah, little Mrs. painting. She's got a cool mini to work on, haven't you, darling?
Yeah.
Sharon's painting some drow. Awesome. Are you drows? I assume that you're doing multiple at once, getting all the colour schemes similar. And Pete the Hydrator's playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I've never played any of the Assassin's Creed games. I know we've got a really strong following, but it's just not something that I've ever fancied. I guess we should maybe give one a whirl at some point. They're supposed to be really good, aren't they? All the different things. There's what is the premise, Pete? What is the general gist of Assassin's Creed? Just two drow for Sharon. I've got some on the subject of drow. Got some old Citadel dark elves. I know in Goblin Squire's stream he talks about his friend Bellurian having a big dark elf army, and I have quite a few dark elves that I've decided to paint in an old school drow style. Pete says that you just run around and kill stuff. Or kill stuff and run around. So do you have to do missions? Is it like you have to sneak in and like assassinate people, seeing as it's called Assassin's Creed? Or is it a bit like Skyrim where you just run around and do what you like to do? I'm going to get the edges of these bases done, and then I'm going to varnish the figures as well, because I'm clumsy and I don't want to keep knocking them over and rubbing the paint. Haven't decided on any RCL stuff for next month yet. So if anybody is in need of a duo or a trio, then we'll have to. You are.
Yeah, I'm a guy.
Me and you could do a duo or a trio then, couldn't we? What do you fancy? I don't know. What would be handy is if we found something like these wolves where you get two in a pack and they're the same sculpt. That'd be pretty funky, and then we could like work on them together, wouldn't it? That'd be cool. Can you do, for example, those experts in the chat there, for the RCL? Could you do, say, a pack of figures where there are multiple figures as one SKU in the thing? So say like there's a pack of zombies where there are 5 different sculpts. Could you submit like 2 different sculpts from that as a duo, or do they have to be exactly the same mini?
I've got to be the same mini, but you could submit one as a duo, one as a trio, one as a monster.
Right.
But your duo and your trios have got to be the same mini.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. We'll have to think what we might want 2 of then, so we can decide maybe what should we do? Should we do a duo together or a trio, and then we could get somebody else?
What you need to do is decide what you want to paint, and then ask anybody else if they've got it, because a trio is obviously more difficult to find another person for than a duo, because you've got to find 3.
Right. Well, after the stream, then I will have a look through my box of minis down here and see what we've got 2 of, and then we'll see if we can find somebody else to participate in a trio with us. That'd be cool. That would be cool. So I've got these guys. Only one of these orcs is going to be my Lord of the Rings mini for the RCL large group, which is a quarterly thing, isn't it?
That's not due until the end of March.
No, but seeing as they're like done, might as well get them finished while we're on. If I'm doing basing on others.
Your Goblin Inspiration and your great MLG brush off, they need to be in for the end of the month, which is tomorrow. Yeah. So, gonna get them done. Batman is for the great MLG brush off, and he is done barring base edging and something on his face, which I will sort out
after I've done these. And then the cat ranger is for Goblin Inspiration. And then need to start thinking about the Great MLG Brush Off for March. And what was the theme again for March? Sorry.
Class or regiment, so you could have like your D&D class, or you could have Games Workshop army, or you could have like your Bushido army, or you could have anything, really loads of stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm painting these Harlequins for that.
So I will then submit for that one of the units out of my Iron Jaws Age of Sigmar army that I'm working on. So that's fine. I'll need to got all my guys stuck together, and then I will get them painted up. I need to paint 6 boar riders, the gore grunters. I need to paint 6 of those before I can play my next game. Well, it's not a lot of minis, but they're big. Yeah, big minis. So I've got to get those painted.
Oh look, you've spoken about Goblin Inspiration, and here's the man himself, Goblin Squire Creations.
Yeah, hi Goblin Squire.
Wiki D says you could have someone looking upset because they're in a maths class. Oh dear. Yeah, I mean you could, and Sharon also said you could have like a classy looking person.
Oh yeah, that'd be.
Yeah, so yeah, up to you.
Any of those kind of things.
Millions of ideas, yes. And then obviously we'll get, I've been summoned, says Goblin Squire. We'll get the Goblin Squire Goblin Inspiration video at the end of the month, and then we'll be able to see what March has in store for that as well. So that'll be cool.
Yeah.
So you're going to be working on your cat today, aren't you, for that?
I am.
Goblin Squire's got some DIY going on. Cool. Now lurking is acceptable. We know. That's cool. Listen to our dulcet tones while you're doing your DIY. When we get really boring, you can put your drill on and you'll be able to hear us. Hey J-Star. So what is everybody else working on then? How is everybody else's great MLG Brush Off and Goblin Inspiration projects going? Is everybody on top of things? It's a bit strange in February, isn't it, with it being a shorter month? Kind of sneaks up on you even more than normal.
Yeah, it definitely snuck up on me because I didn't realise that the last day was tomorrow. I thought we had Tuesday.
What was that?
Goblin Squire's cheered. We're not used to cheers.
Yeah, thank you, Goblin Squire.
Thank you, that's really kind. Oh, it felt like it didn't go in the jar. It fell out. What's that all about? J-Star says, not doing DIY, had enough this weekend. We need to do some DIY because we're having a new fire, a new wood burning stove fitted in this room. We've already got one in the other room, but we're having one in this room so that we can cut down on the heating bills.
Yep.
So we're having that. We're doing that soon, so we need to get prepared.
Yep. And then redecorate after
And then
they've come and knocked a big hole through the wall.
Yeah. I mean, the room is only beigey colour, so it's not like it's the end of the world.
Little Miss wants to paint one of the walls turquoise.
Yeah, that's probably not going to happen though, is it? There isn't any walls. All the walls have got so much stuff on that there isn't really any wall that you can see.
No.
Ricky D says, we're doing more work on the house. Yesterday, more dust everywhere. That's the problem with DIY, isn't it? It's just dust.
Mm-hmm.
Dust everywhere.
Are you knocking walls out, Wicked D?
Yeah, what DIY are you doing? What DIY is everybody doing? I hate DIY. Why? Well, because it's just rubbish. And it makes a mess in every... It doesn't matter what room you're DIYing in. Every room ends up with mess and dust, and it doesn't matter what you do, every single room ends up with some kind of mess, either the stuff dumped in there from the room you're doing, or dust, or it's just rubbish. And our Hoover's not working properly, so that's not helping.
No, I think we need to get that sorted before the end of the month.
Wiki says, taking the concrete render off the walls. Wow.
Oh, that sounds
super
serious.
dusty.
Yeah, that sounds serious, doesn't it?
Super dusty. I hope the whole family's helping out. Have you all got your tools to hand?
Let's have a look.
She starts moving bedrooms around and had one of the girls' bedrooms decorated. Yeah, little Miss wants her bedroom decorating again, but it's slightly lower down on the list. She wants murals painted and all sorts of things, so that might. Yeah.
And we've got decorating to do at the shop, haven't we? So we've got.
I hate decorating. Jay says, I'm putting new flat pack together. Oh, that's always a nightmare too. Oh, look at these easy instructions for this flat pack. This isn't easy. Where is all the stuff? Mickey D says, only done the boys' box room and the mess is everywhere. Even the dog is dusty. You have to tie a paintbrush to his tail so that he can be running around painting stuff. Oh, that's your Goblin Inspiration Mini, isn't it?
This is my Goblin Inspiration Mini.
Hi, Jarrell. It got dropped earlier. Little Miss accidentally dropped this miniature earlier on and its arm broke off. How is it repaired?
Oh, it's fared alright. Yeah, I got it glued back together and touched the paint up where it had chipped. It's fine. Yeah.
She was looking for some paint and knocked every single thing off the stand. And then I says, well, come on, because I definitely heard something break. Let's have a look for whatever it was. She's like, no, nothing's broke. I found everything. There's an arm, though. Why has Dad just got an arm on its own? I was like, well, he won't have, will he? There'll be the rest of the miniature somewhere. But we found it.
Well, I need to revisit the storage solution for my Bushido minis because the other night I dropped one because it had got stuck to the inside of the foam case, and when I lifted the foam out, it flicked it across the room, and one of my guys' arms snapped off. So I need to magnetise their bases and get them in a really useful box instead.
Which we really usefully sell now.
Yeah.
Sell the magnetised sheets, the magnets, and the really useful boxes. Look at us being all helpful just so you can cart your minis around.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. So, and we do need to spend a little bit of time producing a little video tutorial, don't we? So people who might not know how to do it can follow it. That's the plan. We've got the accessories to do it lined up. Just need to find time to do it.
What colours are you using there then?
So this is.
Someone's getting black. I had a black at some point. Now it's gone.
Black. I've got. I think Little Miss must need it. Do you want some pure black? I can lend you my pure black. Oh no, I've just put my paintbrush in the wrong paint. I'm using Vallejo Heavy Black Green just to put a first layer on this cloak after I've washed it. And then we're going to highlight it up with a little bit of Hunter Green, or mix a bit of this Heavy Black Green with some Hunter Green from Green Stuff World. And just try and make it just a little bit brighter. We don't want to be too bright, but just a little bit brighter, because this guy's a ranger, and I envisage him sneaking through the forest, and you can't go sneaking in a luminous green cloak. And I was going to try and paint him like a kind of mottled colour, like a tabby or something, tortoise-shell type cat. But I've decided that I am just going to leave him a grey cat and not try and get to it over the top with him.
J-Star says, I've nearly finished my first Napoleonic regiment. It's taken nearly 2 years and just in time for that to be the great MLG brush off, J-Star. You must have known, you must have been waiting for us to do the great MLG brush off for March to be regiments, and there you go, all set in the stars. That's what that must have been. J-Star says, I opened the command pack I brought from front rank the other year and realised one of the standard bearers is missing.
Oh no! Oh, the guys at front rank are pretty good, I think. If you get in touch with them, I'm sure they might hook you up. I think front rank have been taken over by Gripping Beast. I could be wrong. Right. So we're just going to use some stone grey just to highlight his fur ever so slightly. It's got these nice big like moustachy whiskers going on.
Oh, that's awesome! Don't you show it off? Yeah, don't you show it off?
Here we go. So, Little Miss MLG has just been painting this wonderful cat mini that we've 3D printed for her. So this is this was a little bit of a print fail. This one. So you're gonna make it so he's stood on something, aren't you?
Yeah.
So he's gonna be stood on where this gap is. There's gonna be a book for him to sit on. But that looks awesome, darling.
Well done.
Good job. Here you go.
I'm just going to make the book now.
Okay.
Alright, awesome.
The challenging part.
Oh, Sharon says it's amazing. And we've recently been to Warhammer World, haven't we?
We have.
An impromptu day out, family day out.
Yeah.
It takes forever.
Half term. So we nipped off down to Warhammer World. Little thing. I don't know where my new acquisition is.
It's in the For Your Birthday box.
No, but I bought that. I wanted that for myself.
Yeah, but you didn't know, did you? Because I paid for him, so now it's in your birthday box.
No.
Why? You're not going to get to paint anything until your birthday anyway. You've got a whole list of stuff to do.
Yeah. I was gonna sneak him in March.
What for?
Oh, just thought it'd be something fun to paint.
Oh, well, we'll see. We'll see. It's not like it's far away, the birthday box, is it?
No.
It's just, on top of the wardrobe.
Yeah. So, Mrs. MLG treated me to a couple of Forge World minis, which are going to be for my birthday. And I was fully intending on purchasing one myself, which is a Night Lord's Praetor, which is like a force commander for the Horus Heresy game that GW produced. So, like to pick up a Forge World mini or two while we're down there occasionally, and just fancy painting this guy. He's like cool walking along with a big chain glaive, and he's got a jump pack on, and a cool bat-winged helmet. Looks really funky. So really looking forward to having a go at painting him.
What did you get for your birthday? J-Star says, what did you get for your birthday?
And then we also got a Night Lord's Contemptor Dreadnought. But I'll have to wait for that one, because that's a bit bigger in it. bit more involved. But yeah, definitely looking forward to getting some paint on that guy. And the Dreadnought as well when we eventually get around there, but we've got to wait a good few months for that.
Well, there's this Father's Day.
Oh yeah, I suppose. But then we've got the other stuff coming. We managed to get the Bretonian things.
Oh yeah, you got something else as well, didn't you? Oh, you're so spoiled.
We've got something else, so
But we had to order that because they didn't have it. That's why I've forgotten about it.
Yeah. Managed to find on Facebook somebody selling a mint in box Bretonian King miniature, Luen Leoncoeur, I believe his name is, which I used to have, however many years ago it was, long time.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that. I thought you meant the thing we ordered from Ford.
Oh no, that was the
Which
Dreadnought.
was the Dreadnought.
That was the Dreadnought.
Completely
yeah.
forgotten about this thing.
Yeah, we managed to. We got his arms, didn't we? We got the Dreadnought's arms, but they're posting us the other bit because they didn't have one on the shelf.
See, that's the bit that doesn't make sense. I understand it, but equally doesn't make sense to me. You buy this Dreadnought, but it's got no arms. So, say my mum brought it for you. She'd expect to just be buying you a Dreadnought. She wouldn't realise that you have to buy arms separately.
No.
So, we have got the arms at home, but the other bits coming for the post. Yes, I remember. Asma says, is the Goblin Wolf tomorrow's stream? I don't understand.
You mean this Goblin Wolf, Asma? This Goblin Wolf is finished. Just needs varnishing, and then he's ready for submissions. So I'm gonna we'll get him photographed and varnished and sorted, and then we can submit it. So I did two actually because he comes as a pack of two. Yeah, so I did one grey and one brown. I'm gonna do one as my monster submission. That tuft's coming off his base. Let's get that squidge back on there. Sort that out in a minute. I'm gonna do one for my monster and one for the duo, so we can get some use of it. So I've based them both the same, and then they'll get some good use.
Daddy,
Yes, sweetie. Awesome. You'd like me to show it off?
yeah. It's too confusing.
There we go. So there's little Miss's homemade book that she's produced for her. What's your cat going to be called?
I don't know.
Don't know. I think he's called Simon. I'm getting a Simon vibe off him. Reminds me of the Chipmunks, because it was Alvin, Simon, and Theodore, and Simon was the one that had the glasses.
Asma said, I've done the same, just couldn't paint one of the pair.
Yeah, it just made sense to do them like at the same time. Got the same colours out and stuff. Right, so got done a little bit of russet brown on there. Let's just do those wrappings on his legs with some russet brown. What's happening?
Gizmo's made a right mess. So the cardboard box that he was destroying had shredded cardboard in it, which I didn't realise. So that is now all over the floor. Pete says, hydrate!
You haven't been eating the bubble wrap though, have you?
Why? You didn't tell me there was bubble wrap in it. But no, he hasn't. He just likes cardboard.
Thanks, Pete.
Well, just don't let him eat any more of the box.
Ah! Oh, I've just knocked my cat over.
And then made cat noises. Cat noises.
Yeah, he's all right though. He survived.
It's quite a tough little thing. I mean, he's been knocked on the floor, and now you've just done this.
Yeah, they're nice chunky models. I like them.
And where's that one from?
Northumbrian Tin Soldier is part of the Cats of Crumptown range.
Did we order some more Northumbrian Tin Soldier?
We did. We submitted an order off to them just the other day.
I thought we had. And the Rosemary and Co restock should have arrived today.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we'll have to.
Which we need to sort.
I'll have to check out and see if the boys have done anything with it or not.
What's that?
Let's just go.
No, put it there.
Right.
Little Miss has got an obsession with picking the dog up. Asma says, I love those cat characters so much, somewhere between realism and chibi.
Yes. Yeah, I like it. They're really cool. So, we need to sort out Batman's lips.
Yeah, we like Northumbrian Tin Soldier. That's why we got them in.
Yeah. Yeah, we did. we'd looked at them before, hadn't we? And then I saw them at the Battleground show, and I got a couple of minis and brought them home for Little Miss and Mrs. MLG to paint. You haven't done yours yet, have you? And then we had a look, and then they've opened up for stores to stock their minis. So we thought, we like these, we'll just get some. It's pretty cool, and we've ordered a few extras that we didn't previously have this time as well.
Yeah, well, when we get a new range in, we like to just get a few and see how people like them. If we get every single thing that somebody sells and then people don't really like them, then we're kind of stuck with a range that's not as popular as we hoped it was going to be. So I get some and see, and then take it from there.
Yeah.
We've got quite a few new ranges in lately, haven't we? Got Moonstone and Northumbrian and Bad Squiddo and Malifaux, Gamer's Grass. Oh, there's so much stuff. It'll soon be summer as well, and we'll be able to have events, and we'll be able to get Pikachu down and the dragon, and be cool and fun.
We need to schedule some events.
We do need to schedule some events, and we've also looking for more players for the in-person D&D on a Thursday night, aren't we?
I think I think Ross put a call to action out on the old Discord the other day.
He did.
And he's looking for, I think, 2 players to join his group to play some D&D on a Thursday night in store. I'll have to catch up with him tomorrow and see where he's up to. I've just scrubbed a bit of paint off Batman's head there. So, Batman, as I might have mentioned before, Batman is one of my favourite superheroes, if you like. I think he's really cool. I'm quite looking forward to this new movie that comes out next week. I don't know if we'll get the opportunity to go and see it at the cinema, but probably not. Yeah, probably not. But we shall see. So I used Auburn Shadow for his lips last time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix some Auburn Shadow with the pink that I've just redone his face, and then we'll hopefully get not quite as dark a colour, because it looked like he just had bright red lipstick on. So just blend a smidge of that into there. See if we can get a different tone.
Vicky D says, I struggle to like Batman. I just always find him so moody. I mean, he has got that air of sulky teenager about him.
Yeah. Even more so now he's going to be he's a vampire bat.
Yeah, I must admit he's not one of my favourites. I like the older type of movies and stuff. We could see that when you did that.
Could you? No, better if I left it a bit.
I like the older type of movies, bit more fun, bit more, not taking everything quite so seriously. Why so serious? And then they become quite dark nowadays, don't they? And everything gets a bit grim and loud. Maybe I'm just getting too old for this, but I much prefer the older ones. They were fun. I liked them. Let's get a bit of Catwoman joke going on. Bit of Jim Carrey, Riddler and stuff.
Oh, I thought you meant like the 1960s Adam West.
No, that was cool too. I was talking movies. J-Star says, I struggle to like Patterson. He is sulky teenager. I think we once saw a Twilight film because we were on a plane and it was on, and you you don't have any choice then, do you? It's either stare out of the window at nothingness or watch the rubbish movie on the tiny screen. But haven't seen any of the others and couldn't really tell you what happened. Not a Twilight fan, which is strange because I love Buffy and all that kind of nonsense, but not a fan of Twilight.
Yeah, well, I'm going to go into it with an open mind and see what it's like. But it's another reboot, isn't it? So it's going to be interesting. And I don't know, it's just exciting. I just like Batman. I really, really enjoyed the Joker movie. I thought that was fantastic. Really well done. Obviously, it was very arty and what have you, wasn't it? But yeah, I thought that was really good. But Mrs. MLG doesn't like gritty movies, do you, sweetie? But it is
I like daft stuff.
It is the fashion, it seems.
It's like, if I'm going to go to the cinema to watch something, I want to be taken out of reality, and reality is quite gritty and horrible and dark. So I like daft nonsense that's quite clearly not real. And I know Batman's not real, but you know what I mean. It's like just something silly that you can have a laugh to, whereas those kind of films you can't.
When we went to see The Green Hornet at the cinema, we both came out saying how good we thought that was, because that was a bit slapsticky, wasn't it? It was cool. We like that. I kind of want them to make another. It was good. Enjoyed The Green Hornet. I think it might actually be in the DVD player in this telly. So I've mixed a bit of Hunter Green into the Vallejo Heavy Black Green. I'm going to go over and lighten up this cloak just a touch in places. It's nearly there. Just need to get his base finished and get him submitted. You alright over there, little miss? Okay. So out of the Cats of Crumptown range, there's a few that I really, really like. And unfortunately, we didn't have some of them, the ones that I would have chosen first. We didn't have them in stock, but there's a couple of rogue type figures that I think are really, really cool. So I'll save those for future paints. But this is one of the first models that I've painted for a while where I haven't actually got a use in mind for it. Just wanted to paint it just because I liked it.
And of course, completely inspired by Goblin Inspiration.
Yeah,
You've been wanting to paint a cat for ages, and then cat was the theme word.
Yeah.
So double whammy coolness.
Definitely. Just an excuse to get one of these cool minis out of the stock room and onto my painting table.
What it's all about. And you do like that green, don't you? It's a very nice green.
Yeah. Hunter Green is super, and it highlights really nicely with Flubber Green, but Flubber Green will be a bit over bright for.
Tony says, I like Robert Pattinson in Tennant. He seemed to have shed that sulky teenage thing.
Oh, I've not seen that.
I don't know.
It's
He's got to grow up at some point though. He can't be a sulky teenager forever.
No. Well, that's what I was thinking from the trailers I've seen for this new Batman movie. It does look like he's matured quite well.
But then, as Wicked D says, Batman is sulky, so maybe he's going to be, thrown back into that.
Yeah.
You should see when you watch it.
Yeah.
If you ever get to actually watch it.
Yeah. Well, it all depends on how they set Gotham, because sometimes they make in some of these imaginings and the different like kind of comic threads and what have you, some of them Gotham is a thriving city, and some of them it's extremely run down. And so we'll just have to wait and see how they kind of set it up. I've purposefully not kind of dug into the story or anything, because I want it to all be a nice surprise when I get to watch the movie. And I've only seen clips of the trailers. I haven't sort of sat and scrutinised them like I have done in the past, because I've got like a bit overexcited about stuff, and then when I've actually gone to watch the film or whatever, it's been a bit disappointing. Well, because you've got yourself all excited about some of the bits that happen in the trailer, but then when you actually get to the cinema to watch it, because you've already seen it in the trailer, it's sometimes a bit underwhelming. Right, so I'm going to use some... I'm going to shake that up a bit better. And then we're going to use some Overlord Olive on his quiver. That's the word I was looking for. That thing that holds the arrows, that's right. With our Rosemary and Co. Just made me think, because I saw the Rosemary and Co. writing on the side of my paintbrush as I moved my brush around. But with our Rosemary and Co. Delivery, we've got 3 new ranges of their brushes coming. New to us, certainly. A couple of different synthetic brush options, because we do get we get a lot of people coming to the shop who are just starting up with painting, and we want to give them obviously as many options as possible. But some of the Rosemary and Co. brushes, like the red dot ones and what have you, are very affordable. So we've added a couple of the other ranges in, just to give people a bit more choice, because some of the other companies have been putting their prices up. So now a lot of the army painter paintbrushes are £5 or £6 for a paintbrush, and you think like, well, I just want something cheap to get me started. So we've got some of these other Rosemary and Co. ranges where you can get a paintbrush for a couple of pounds, and you know they're going to be a good quality brush. So got a couple of those come in, which we will have to get added to the website over the coming days. I think I might bring those home for you, Mrs. MLG. Here in my pocket. Thank you. Here in my pocket. There was I can't remember the name of the band. There's like a group that go to festivals and stuff, and they do like a riff type thing with the audience that's called "What's in Your Pocket." And whenever I've heard it, always makes me laugh. So they get people to take things out of their pocket and hold them in the air, and then they make a song up on the spot about it. Azrael says that they like the Humbrol ones. They're real workhorses. Well, you really like the Humbrol ones, didn't you? And everybody obviously like makes up their own mind about what they like, don't they? What kind of brush they want to use. I've got just totally zoned in on these Rosemary and Co. Series 22 brushes. They're absolutely fantastic. We have also ordered some of their dry brushes. We had Rosemary and Co.'s dry brushes before, but the ones that we got are... Pete says he likes free ones. The dry brushes that we've had from Rosemary and Co. before are real animal hair. I think they're goat hair. So we've ordered some nylon, vegan-friendly dry brushes, because we want to cater for lots of people's varied tastes and what have you, and some people don't like the animal hair brushes. So we've got a couple of new ranges, synthetic, kind of cheaper end brushes, and then also these dry brushes, which are synthetic as well, and they're a bit cheaper. So looking forward to those getting in, so we can see what they are. And then also Rosemary and Co. We've got a little restock of something that's been out of stock for a while. Rosemary and Co. didn't have any either, which are their wooden brush boxes, like the gift boxes, which were very popular when we've had them before. So if you were going to give some brushes as a gift, or you just want a really stylish way of storing your paintbrushes, put them in one of their fancy little brush boxes. I have blobbed paint on my Mini again. Just using some Vallejo yellow ochre brown to do his like toggles on his tunic. It's quarter to 5. Where does the time go? Ooh, I don't know. What have I got to tell you? I can't remember what colour I used to paint his bow. And I need to sort that out. I'm just going to put him to one side for a second while I'm going to put a little bit, some thinned down Reichland flesh shade on Batman's face. Have you got the flesh shade, baby? Thank you, lovely. Sharon says the box is really nice. Yeah, they're like a nice little display box. And if you haven't got loads and loads of paintbrushes, you could keep your stuff in it. Right then, I'm going to use some. Going to use some Water Plus. No, we haven't. We had a couple of people ask about it. And we have made inquiries about potentially stocking it. Sorry about the noise. So we've made some inquiries about potentially stocking some of the Pro Acrylic range. We haven't tried them out ourselves, but a lot of people have asked for them. So possibly might come in the future, but we're still waiting for a bit of information from those guys. Right then. So I need to experiment a bit more with Water Plus, but it works in a similar way to kind of Lamian medium and contrast medium, but it's clear. So the contrast medium and the Lamian medium is a very milky kind of colour. But this is clear and does thin, especially like washes, really, really well. Sharon says that she's tried a couple of Pro Acryl and really like them. The bottles are a bit wasteful. Are they? I've not really noticed that. Is it dropper bottles? Are they not? Do they not fill them up? Right then. So I'm going to call Batman done there. Liking how Batman has turned out.
I suppose I should make it not blurry. If you hold it still.
Oh, yeah.
At any point.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Yeah.
There we go. Get him in shot.
Don't move him in.
Don't move him anymore. Yeah, just there. So, Batman done. One thing that I've just noticed, and I can't believe I've had this miniature for about 5 years or something, and I've never noticed before, but in the base, it's actually moulded so you can magnetise the base there underneath. It's got like a little slot, perfect size for you to glue a magnet into the bottom of the base. How have I never noticed that? How have I never noticed? Sharon says that they've got a twist top cap. Well, that's interesting.
What, like tap?
Yeah, like the Tamiya ones where you like unscrew it off. Interesting. Right. While I've got my brown paint, I'm just going to do a little highlight on this guy's leathery stuffs. I'm going to get a little bit of this ochre brown and some russet brown, and just mix those together for a lighter shade. Just do some little fine bits on his satchel and what have you. Yeah, definitely. We've heard good things, and there was another company, wasn't there? I think they're from Holland. They also make a lot of busts and other bits and pieces. I can't remember if they're called Chameleon or something like that. I can't remember what it was now. I've got it on my computer. It's saved on my computer. They make some really nice like busts and really characterful large scale figures for painters. They look really nice.
I don't think you told me about that one.
We looked at those at the same time as the Pro Acryl stuff. Yeah, I can't remember what it was exactly. I'm sure it began with a K. There's just so many, and we don't know where that's the other thing is, although we would like to get some more of these things in that people want, is where do we put them in the shop? Because the shop's full. The shop is full. Might just give this guy a little bit of a green, brighter green highlight to his skin. Go with now I've got him in my hand.
So once you've got these things painted up, you're going to have to take pictures of them all for the various things, for the Goblin Inspiration and the Great MLG Brush Off and your RCL.
Yep.
You're going to be busy, aren't you?
I know. It's a good job. I have an amazing wife who's a fantastic photographer.
Oh, you are funny.
That can help me out with some of these.
I don't think amazing photographer is just an iPhone and I just press a button. It's hardly getting like the DSL out and amending all the functions and zooming in quality or anything. We do need a new background, a backdrop, even though it will lose that glitter blob. But it's looking a bit worse for wear.
Yeah, we'll have to sort one out. There was that bit that came in White Dwarf, wasn't there? I've got one of those kicking about in the shop.
What was that?
We'll have to try it out. It was pre-coloured cardboard like fold out in the White Dwarf, so that you could have a fiery scene as a backdrop or something a bit more gentle on the other side. I think it was like fiery sky on one side and maybe just a landscape with some lightning on it or something.
Well, that sounds cool.
Yeah, I'll see if I can dig it out and bring it home tomorrow.
Sharon says, no, the glitter. I mean, I'm sure though, to be fair, that whatever we actually bring home, we'll probably end up picking glitter up at some point from Little Miss Crafts. She uses less glitter now. She's slightly older though.
Yeah.
Less
glitter. It's not everything has to have loads of glitter.
Yeah. Thankfully. I mean, not adverse to glitter, it's just where does it all come from? You use the tiniest amount of glitter in the world and every single thing is covered in glitter for the rest of your life. Tony says, trying to decide if I can get away with a cat reference for my Mal Mini for Goblin Inspiration. So Mal Mini.
I believe it is Mal from Firefly, the character.
Oh right, okay. And what cat reference?
Yeah, I don't know.
What cat reference are you thinking of, Tony? Because you know anything counts. If you think it fits the theme, as Hamish says, it fits the theme. I mean, I submitted a dog.
I thought it was a cat.
Well, yeah, so did I, but it's not. So what would your reference be?
Does the actor like cats?
Yeah.
He's called Nathan, isn't he? I think the guy that played him.
I don't know. He got cat hair on it somewhere.
He's the guy that was in. He was in one of your episodes of Buffy that you like.
I was in more than one of my episodes. Is the bad preacher guy that tries to kill everybody.
Yeah.
If it's the same person
It is.
that I'm thinking of. And he gets sliced in two.
Yeah, that's him.
Spoiler alert.
No, I haven't seen that episode yet.
Nathan Fillion.
That's it.
Fillon.
That's it.
Terrible with names. Did you see that? Did you see our latest retweet from an author of a book? And I don't think it was me actually who added this one, because I don't think I've done many books. But whoever added it to our website, whichever staff member added it to our website, had put the wrong author's name, and the author themselves tweeted us on Twitter and said, "Who's this Dave bloke?" Because they said it was Dave. Thankfully, I do believe that the author took it in good humour, and obviously I have amended it. But yeah, it was funny. Led to a few funny tweets. Like, you know, stealing all your royalties and things like that. Like I said, thankfully I do believe that the author took it in the good humour that it
We'll
I answered them with.
have to see if he ever comes to the coast and we can get him in the shop to sign the book.
What, Dave? We
Yeah.
haven't actually got any in stock.
Haven't we?
What was it? I don't actually know how you say the author's name. Is it Dane?
Daney.
So that's what I mean. I'm terrible with names. Terrible.
We had.
Tony says it was funny. It was quite funny. Did make me laugh as well as going, oh no, quick, let's change that.
We had one of the authors from Games Workshop when we were in the last shop came in one day with his family and signed a copy of one of his books for us, which we then auctioned off for charity, which was really cool. Was very kind of him. Right then, so Orc Stalker, Slicer, even. Gonna call him done. We're getting loads of things done this afternoon.
Gonna raise him up.
Yeah.
No, in shot.
Yeah,
Man.
no. There we go. How's that?
Well, bring him slightly back towards your chest. Wait.
Hmm?
There you go.
Yay!
It's got a funny face.
Yeah, as they like
A funny face.
they've got really small heads. These orcs. So that's him. He'll get photographed and be ready for RCL submission. So we've got that guy done. We've got Batman done. What else have we got? We've got a couple of minutes. So these guys are done. They like all these things just need varnishing. So wolves are done. Really pleased with the wolves, how they've turned out. Stick them up there. Oh, I can show you a mini that I'm going to be painting next month, which I might submit as my freebie for the month for the RCL. So this is a Lucid Eye Tiny Toons or Toon Realms mini, which Little Miss was going to paint and... Oh, sorry. Yeah, Little Miss was going to paint and then decided that that I should paint it. I can't remember what she's called. It might be begin with a D, something like that. She's like a sorceress. She's really cool. So I'm going to paint her just for a bit of fun. Again, like the cat. Serves absolutely no purpose for any of the things that I'm planning over the next month or whatever, but I just want to paint it because I think it looks really cool. So, and I haven't actually painted any of the toon stuff. I haven't even. This is terrible. I haven't even painted a Sir Lance myself. I know. How long have we had him now, and I haven't painted one myself? Shocking.
There's one. There's even one in the house.
I know. Well, that's because I brought it home so I could paint it. Right. So and then I've got these orcs done. So we're gonna get some of these. This. Which one is he? This guy here. He's my mini for the large group. And then these others are gonna get submitted as anything else I can shoehorn them into for the RCL. Get some points before the end of the month. So they're complete. Just need photographing. It's a tidy up stream today. Cool. Right. So
Tony says maybe it's called Fred, the stick waving adventurer. It's actually called Deborah Cadabra.
that's it. I knew it began with a D. Deborah Cadabra.
And she's only £3.50.
She is a bargain. So Flynn, he's coming on nicely. I'm going to get him finished this evening. I'm really happy with how he's turning out. A couple of little extra bits of highlight. I've scrubbed the paint off that bit again. How annoying. How annoying. Let's just sort that out there. There we go. It's because I keep dropping him because I'm clumsy. So he's turned out really well. We'll get him finished for Goblin Inspiration, and then my work will be complete. So I think we're going to call it a day at that. Thank you everybody for joining us. Hopefully you've enjoyed just chilling out and listening to me waffle. Tomorrow night we'll be back at 8 PM with more Crusher Monday, and we'll get some more progress done on the beast, the big pink beast. Now I did see I need to do a little bit of investigation, but I saw today that somebody had painted this and this bit on its tail. They'd painted that rather than it being part of the Maw Crusher, as if it was like something that had been bolted onto it. Where I thought that was part of its tail and that they'd made holes through the like tusk-like material to put this strap on. But I need to check and see whether I've painted it right or not. But yeah, more Crusher Monday, 8 PM tomorrow. Tune in for more progress. Nothing on Tuesday this week, I'm afraid. I am out entertaining on Tuesday night, so no stream on Tuesday. Mrs. MLG is going to be busy as well, so no stream on Tuesday, and then we'll be back on Wednesday, and I have no idea what we're going to paint on Wednesday. It's going to be a total surprise. Oh no, forget that. We're not painting on Wednesday. We're doing D&D. We're doing D&D.
The reason you don't know what you're painting on Wednesday is because you're not painting anything.
That's right.
You're trying to kill your adventuring party.
That's it. I remember now. I remember.
You keep foiling your attempts.
I know. Well, you're too good. That's the way it should be. Though.
It's that cleric. That cleric keeps saving us all.
You just had an eye roll then, didn't you? No. I didn't. I'd just completely forgotten, and then I thought, I think that Wiki D means that I'd said about the painting, and then that you'd eye roll.
Oh no, because I forgot as well.
But I could be wrong.
You remembered before I did.
Awesome. Right, we're gonna shoot off. Thank you everybody for joining us. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you all soon. Thank you. Bye.